students. Today we are going to see 11th standard English, the first unit, first prose, The Portrait of a Lady, written by Kushwant Singh. In this prose, in this story, from the beginning to till the end, we are going to see a relationship between two, that is the author and his grandmother. Now let's see about the author. Kushwant Singh was an Indian writer and journalist. So Kushwant Singh was an Indian writer as well as journalist. Journalist means reporter. He was born in 1915 at Hadali in Punjab, British India, now in Pakistan. So where he was born? He was born at Hadali in 1915, where in Punjab. At the time it was British India, now it is under the control of Pakistan. Singh was born into a prosperous Sikh family and spent his childhood in Hadali and Delhi. So Singh was born in rich Sikh family. Sikhiya kudumbathula parandar, panakara Sikhiya kudumbathula parandar, and spent his childhood in Hadali and Delhi. So most of his time he spent his childhood in Hadali as well as in Delhi. He graduated from Government College, Lahore, now in Pakistan, in 1934. So he did his graduation at Lahore, now it is in Pakistan, in which year? In 1934. His experience in the 1947 partition of India inspired him to write Train to Pakistan in 1956, which became his most well-known novel. So his own experience in 1947 when they separated India and Pakistan, that experience alone made him to write Train to Pakistan in 1956. So through this novel, through this story, he became more famous and popular. Next, let's see about the introduction. The Portrait of a Lady is a real story of the writer's grandmother. So this is the real story about the writer's grandmother. Writer means Kushwant Singh grandmother. The name of the writer is Kushwant Singh. So what is the name of the writer of the story? Kushwant Singh. His grandmother was an old lady. So his grandmother was an old lady. As like our grandmother, how will they be? Old one, like that. Grandmother, the grandmother of Kushwant Singh was also old lady. The writer tells us the story of his childhood that he had spent with his grandmother. So now the writer, he wants to tell us the story that how he spent his childhood days with his own grandmother. So this story will tell you about the beautiful relationship that the writer had with his grandmother. So this story from the beginning to till the end, it's going on telling us about the relationship, beautiful relationship between the writer Kushwant Singh and his grandmother. Now let's see about the story in detail. The writer recalls his grandmother as short, healthy and slightly bent. So the writer now thinks about his grandmother. How was she at the time? She was very short and healthy, as well as her body was little bent. Her hairs were silver in color. So her hairs were silver in color. As you see in the picture, how the hair is like that. Her hairs were silver in color and were scattered messily on her wrinkled face. So the silver color hair scattered on her wrinkled face. Wrinkled face means சுருங்கி போன அந்த முகத்தில் அந்த சில்வர் கலர் முடி வந்து என்ன ஆயிடுச்சு, அப்படியே படர்ந்து எல்லா இடத்துலையும் இருக்கு. She used to walk around the whole house in white clothes. She kept her one hand resting on her waist and the other hand was telling the beads of her rosary. So often she used to walk around the house. Inside the house she used to walk in white clothes, and while she walks, one hand she should keep her on her waist. Waist means that the part of human body above the hip. In Tamil, if you want to say iduppu. So one hand she used to keep on her waist, and another hand she used to hold the rosary and pray. The writer thinks of her as not very pretty but constantly beautiful all the time. So now the writer thinks about his grandmother that she is not that much attractive, not that much attractive. Though she was not that much attractive, but constantly, definitely, she was beautiful all the time. He compares her calm face with the winter landscape. So he compares her cool face no, with the winter landscape. During their lengthy stay in the village, grandmother woke him up from the bed in the early morning, plastered his wooden slate, organized his breakfast, and sent him to the school. So when they both stayed in village, the routine work of the grandmother is to wake him up early in the morning, and next she used to clean his wooden slate. Next third, she used to prepare breakfast for him, and fourth, she used to send him to the school. On their way back to the home, she used to give the old chapatis to the street dogs. So when they come back or when they return home after the school over, the old lady, the grandmother, used to give that old stale chapatis to the street dogs. A turning point in their beautiful relationship arrived when they went to live in a city. So now the climax in their relationship arrived when do you know, when they moved to a city. Now the writer used to go to the city school on a school bus and studied subjects like English, physics, mathematics, and many more subjects those his grandmother could not understand at all. So previously the writer, that is Khushwant Singh, he studied in village. Now they moved to a city, and the writer, that is Khushwant Singh, used to go to the city school on a school bus and studied subjects like so in the city school he studied subjects like English, physics, mathematics, and many more subjects. So all those subjects could not understand by the grandmother. Next, his grandmother could no longer go to school with him to send him. She felt upset that there was no teaching about God and the scriptures at the city school. So now the grandmother, she doesn't go to school along with Khushwant Singh because she felt upset. She was worried that there were in the school where Khushwant Singh studies, there they don't teach about God and the word of God they don't teach. So this made grandmother to feel upset, and also instead of teaching about God and the word of God, they taught music lesson, but that also the grandmother considered it as nothing. Next, when the writer went to a university, he got a separate room in his house. The common link of the relationship between the grandson and the grandmother was broken now. Grandmother rarely talked to anyone in the house now. She spent plenty of her time sitting beside her spinning wheel and reciting prayers of God. She started feeding the sparrow birds in the afternoon. So now after the school studies, now the writer moves to universities for college studies. When he went to college study, he got a separate room in his house where he stayed with his grandmother. So now since he got separate room, now the common relationship between his grandmother and him somewhat little broken. And the grandmother, before she used to talk often, but now she used to talk only hardly. She used to talk with the others in the house, and most of the time she used to sit beside that spinning wheel and start praying. And sometime no, in the afternoon what she used to do, she used to feed the sparrow birds. Next, when the writer left for abroad for his further studies, his grandmother did not get disturbed at all. Rather, she saw him off at the airport. Seeing her grandmother at this old age, the writer was thinking that it might be his last meeting with his grandmother. But when he came back home after a duration of 5 years, his grandmother was there to welcome him back, and he saw her celebrating his return. So now the writer, that is Kushwant Singh, he moves to foreign country for further studies, and his grandmother did not get disturbed at all. So when Kushwant Singh separates from his grandmother, the grandmother was not at all disturbed by his separation, and the Kushwant Singh, he felt himself that by considering the old age of his grandmother, the writer himself, he was thinking that so this is the last time that I am meeting my grandmother. So when I come back after 5 years, my grandmother would die and she will not be there to welcome me. Like that, who felt the grandmother, the Kushwant Singh felt. But when he came back after the duration of 5 years, his grandmother was there to welcome him back, and he started celebrating his arrival. The next morning, after the return of his grandsons, he got ill. So the next day, the next morning, when the writer Kushwant Singh comes back from foreign, the next day itself, the grandmother felt very sick. Although the doctor told that it was a slight fever and would go away very soon, still she could foresee that her time to leave this world was near. She did not want to waste her time talking to someone. So the next day morning, after the arrival of the Kushwant Singh, the grandmother felt very sick, and the doctor came and examined her, and the doctor told that it is a simple fever, normal fever only, and it will go away within 1 or 2 days. But still the grandmother could predict her time, that it is the last time for her, this is the last stage for her, that thinking that she would die very soon, and she did not want to waste her time talking to someone. So she from the time onwards, she did not even talk with anyone, and she did not even waste her time by talking with someone. She went to her bed praying and telling the beads till her lips stopped moving and the rosary fell down from her lifeless hand. To grieve her death, thousands of sparrows flew in and sat dispersed around her body. All the sparrows flew away without making any noise when the dead body of the old lady was carried away for the last rites. So she went to her bed now, since she is very sick, and she also could predict that that is the last stage for her and she would die within 1 or 2 days. So she went to her bed and started praying by holding the rosary in her hand, and the rosary fell down from her hand when she died. And to cry for the death of the grandmother, the thousands of sparrows for whom she feeds sometime, the thousands of sparrows came and scattered around her body, and all the sparrows flew away without making any noise. Not even single noise they made when the dead body of the grandmother was taken away for the last ceremony. So all the sparrows, they flew away without making any noise. Now let's see the conclusion. To sum up the portrait of a lady summary, the writer and his grandmother had a beautiful bond between them and loved each other a lot. So if we want to conclude this story, that is the portrait of a lady, the writer and his grandmother, from the beginning to till the end, they had a beautiful and understanding relationship between two, that is Kushwant Singh and his grandmother, and also from the beginning to till the end, if you see, they loved each other a lot. The story tells us how beautiful a relationship can become between a grandson and his grandmother. So the story at last what tells us tells us the beautiful relationship, that is the grandson and the grandmother had, that their relationship was true, real, and each one was concerned about each one. So that's what that story tells. Thank you, my dear students.